Slightly intimidated by the sun, maybe, I don't know. But they've been to Qatar a good few times.
Yeah, El Guna.
But they'll be at home watching, that's for sure. Doesn't miss a match, Deadly Matthew.
I wonder if he still just turns the mute button on when you and I are commentating on Nick. There was a rumour that he doesn't actually listen to anything that we say.
I got no comment, but it's probably right.
Decision, Matthew.
Just a rumour.
Yes, mate. Video review. Mr. Matthew on the yes late decision.
I think this is a stroke, actually.
Nick Matthews' attitude, though, this is a prime example of this, just wanting to really...
Can we have the court wiped, please, while this decision's on?
Well, actually,
put his pride on the line and look to take down El Shorbagy here. What do you think, PJ?
I think this is a let ball because the shot that Matthew can play is a boast.
I know, but
it's very close to Shorbagy. That's the only thing, and he's moving into the line actually.
But if he was to hit this full out, would there not be contact with the legs of Shorbagy?
I'd love to see it in super duper slow mo.
Yes, mate. Decision upheld. Matthew has no reviews remaining.
Do make a good cup of coffee, PJ, I have to say.
Guys, can you go back for a moment, please? Just a bit more to wipe up.
Well, these guys will be in trouble. These guys will be in serious trouble. Imagine Ken Narain being in the vicinity with having his workers come on and do a poor job and being called to come back to do the call. I mean, they would...
Well, that would be the last ever trip on the squash court.
Yeah, they'd be...
Fired immediately.
Gone. So.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Left box, 8-6.
Well, they're certainly showing a little bit of sportsmanship out there, these two. I wonder how long that will last.
Oh, that's poor enforced error. You'd be furious with that, Matthew. 7-8 now, Shorbagy.
7-8.
First game. Oh my goodness me, this court is built for cross-court Mickenhausen's.
But just look how he actually adjusts the wrist here. Improvisation at its very best.
Easy for you to say.
That's the coffee.
Oh, he did well to claw that back. He's tightened up his game, isn't he, El Shorbagy? Oh, just as I say that, goes for the cross-court nick.
Hand out.
I wonder what sort of a...
I just keep... Sorry. I don't know, I keep laughing. The full commentary of the first game of laughter.
Obviously, El Shorbagy works very closely with his dad back in Bristol. I wonder what sort of advice he would be giving to Mohammed going into an event like this and a situation like this where he is through, he is playing Nick Matthew. Will his eyes be on the bigger prize, or will it just be one game at a time and deal with the job in hand?
I mean, it'd be one game at a time, and you play every game 110%. You just like you'd play every rally. You know, he's always coached that you play every rally like match ball. Never give up. And I felt that he would accentuate with him playing Nick Matthew to do the right thing and.
Sure.
Look to treat Nick Matthew just as Nick Matthew's not anywhere near his fitness that he'd want to be. Look at that for a stretch. I mean, this is where the high motion camera is so fantastic to show the stresses and the strength of the players around the front of the court particularly.
Just stepped it up a gear here, Mohammed El Shorbagy.
It's like Gaultier this evening, isn't it? I mean, he didn't want to, although he qualified, he didn't want to lose to... Qualified, he didn't want to lose to Omar Mossad. You know, he's on a streak. I mean, although he's still got a loss in your mind, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the pride. No,
That is a brilliant shot. That was an awesome improvisation from Matthew. We've seen this as a cross-court nick fest. Matthew shaped up for it and walloped it really flat in the middle of the front wall above the tin.
Well, the two heavyweights really trading blows here, aren't they? Late stage of the first game.
Locked in at tie break. Can't fault the quality of it, can you? The finishing's been really severe from both guys.
Highly entertaining.
Shorbagy just staying in this rally.
Oh dear, oh, that was a very strange movement there from Shorbagy. Was there a tweak there of some kind?
10. Game ball.
I don't know, that was a bit strange though.
Didn't move at all here.
Not sure, I mean the ankle looked a little bit like it.
Seems to be okay. Oh, I don't know, he's very slow moving back to the tee there.
Oh, he looks to be okay.
Hasn't had to go short there, though, Joey.
Yeah, very good. That is very weird. It's very strange. Yeah, there's something a bit odd there, I think.
It's okay moving backwards, but moving forwards looked very, very dubious.
That's 1 game to love.
Nick Matthew just gesticulating there. Well, 14-minute first game. Some very, very good finishing from both players. And it's Matthew that takes it 12-10. He leads 1 game to love. Well, Nick Matthew's been getting advice from Danny Mazzaro, who he does some work with outside of the squash arena on different aspects, but from the psychological side, he's an experienced campaigner now, Danny, with seeing so much of Laura play. And there we can see the great JK next to Ziad Al-Turki, both of them cutting a fine presence in the front row. Very odd ending to that. Something to do with Shorbagy's foot or ankle.
Yeah, it was very strange, wasn't it? There was just one movement from the back left-hand corner where he tried to go cross-court. Nick Matthew took it early. But, I mean, here we're seeing some examples of the athleticism of El Shorbagy. But that from that point onwards, the Egyptian didn't move forwards at all. It just, the last 2 points practically gave up. Hopefully this is nothing too serious for the #1 seed. Well, there's no trainer in sight and he doesn't seem to be addressing any issues with the ankles or the feet. So maybe, well,
15 seconds.
Very difficult to see exactly what happened.
He has got some feet on him. He's back there walking into court, but definitely couldn't push forward the last couple of rallies, but you just never know.
Time.
You always wonder exactly what's going through Jahangir's mind when he sits out the back of the court and watches some of these matches. I mean, he's at all the major events, isn't he, JK?
I thought you would have been used to it coming from Egypt, wouldn't you?
You would think so, wouldn't you? You would think so.
Sheffield is not quite the same, is it, Sheffield? The
You
weather,
sure?
The weather's not quite the same.
Matthew leads, 1 game to love. Level. Down. 1 love.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with his foot. You can't lunge that hard and have an issue with your foot. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Shabagi's foot or ankle or anything like that. I mean, that's a full-on committed movement, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be able to do that, Joey. It's weird. This is really strange movement from Shabagi. He's going in spurts of sort of trying and not trying.
And out, 2-all. Down. 3-2.
Oh, it's a lovely touch there from Matthew.
No, but I mean it is just very odd. I mean it's
hand out.
Matthew just stretching his arches of his feet. Shabagi's bending over quite a lot. I can't make head or tail of it really. I mean, you think he's just saving himself physically then, Shabagi?
I think so, the way it looks at the moment, yep.
And out, 4-3. And out, 4-all. Down. And out, 5-4. Sorry, 5-4, not hand out. We have the 4 white, please.
Well, PJ, this is a sellout this evening, sellout tomorrow and for the final. There's been a few people that have flown in from kind of England and other countries expecting to be able to just get tickets on the door, and they've been
turned away.
Yeah,
and
they've
it's
flown
astonishing.
especially to Dubai for the finals, so they won't be making that error again, PJ.
Well, it's an indication that the game is certainly growing in this region.
5-4.
I could have sworn that serve hit his shorts.
No, couldn't see that at all, Nick.
We go to video?
It looked fine. No, I can't go to video on that.
I would like to see that video. Can we see
No, we
actually
go
the
to
replay?
video on interference decisions, not interference.
That was interference with his...
No, it honestly looked fine back here.
It was interference decision with his shorts. No humour about it? No?
Sorry.
So Matthew just asking Damien Green there and his bodyguard Omar Kandili
Hand out, 5-all.
about interference. He was saying about something to do with interference. I don't know if the ball slightly touched Shabagi when he moved back on it.
No, I didn't see it.
Can't be electrical interference, surely. Have you noticed that recently, particularly the likes of John Mazzarella, that these referees, we talk about referees being situated I mean, I don't know any sports where a referee is in the crowd,
6-5.
situated amongst the crowd. And now these referees are travelling with their own bodyguard, which is Omar Kandili. He's a black belt in about 6 or 7 different types of martial arts, so you don't want to mess with him, PJ. You can see the physique on him. He's a strong dude.
Hand out, 6-all.
Probably be a stage where when you're travelling and you're out of the TV area, you'll need a couple of bodyguards.
A couple more. 2's enough. Oh, that's a massive taxi. Pick up there from Matthew, though.
Well, I mean, it was just a bit exhibition-y, and Matthew tidied that up nicely.
It's the snarl of the wolf,
that was
sensing victory here.
So Matthew edging the second at 7-6.
Clever serve. Oh dear, what a response though. I mean, that was very clever from Matthew. Shibagi waited.
Hand out, 7-all. Hand out, 8-7.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen so many cross-court nicks in all of the times these two have played
Hand
previously.
Out, 8-all.
Ridiculous, you know. I mean, it is a certain way that Shibagi wouldn't necessarily play in a
9-8.
full best of 5.
Maybe he should start.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, it's ridiculous.
His touch around the front of the court has been...
It's been lethal, isn't it? Again, I mean, you see the exchange. Oh my goodness. Didn't quite get it, tried to play the clock spin.
And out, 9-all.
9-all. Matthew going to close us out in 2.
Well, let's see if Shibagi moves a bit better at the end of this game than he did in the first. He's hovering around the back again.
Out. 10-9, match ball.
So Nick Matthew with match ball to score his first win in this World Series finals, and teed up and
Hand out, 10-all.
pulverised by the Shibagi forehand. Matthew will be furious that he didn't get the sidewall at the body there. Clever shot down the middle at the foot.
Hand out,
feet.
At
11-10.
the foot,
Match
the one
ball.
foot's quite hard to
just the left foot.
to miss Shibagi's feet. So second match ball.
Down, 12-10.
So Matthew gets his first victory.
Match to Matthew, 2 games to love, 12-10, 12-10.
Well, the nice thing about this as well, I mean, Nick Matthew was there to win this, and Shibagi played some outrageous stuff at times. You see it, 27 minutes, Matthew overcoming Shibagi, 12-10, 12-10, 2 games to love. But as we wait, as we get ready for the interview here, what is nice about this, because if he hadn't won, he wouldn't actually get interviewed. So what is nice is that we are going to hear some stuff from Nick Matthew about won this tournament, about the World Series finals, and about himself. Because we haven't had that opportunity yet, so we're going to get to hear that with the interview with Adrian Davis. So that's going to be interesting in itself as we await that. So here we have the World Series standings so far. So Mohamed El Shabagi's qualified, and it's Rodriguez and Mathieu Castagnet that will be battling out later to decide that second spot. So we're ready. Let's head down to courtside and let's hear from the Wolf and the Wizard, Adrian Davis.
Nick, I know you'll be massively disappointed in not reaching the semi-finals, and I know you would never use it as an excuse, but you have been injured quite a lot a few months ago. You've only just started playing back. You must be pleased with the way you moved there. Tell us about the game and what sort of injury you have had in the last period.
Yeah, had a bit of a problem with my ankle. I think even there you could see the difference, some of the pickups that he got where he could really skid in and commit to that really last lunge, which I'm still maybe a month away from being able to do. The ankle's not hurting anymore, it's just that speed, that confidence in your fitness, and sort of double-edged sword right now. I'm pleased that there wasn't anything to play for tonight in the tournament sense, but the most important thing was pride, and I was playing for pride tonight, and that's more important than any results really. I wanted to prove a point to myself, so I'm sure Mohamed will sleep okay tonight. He's safe in the knowledge he was already there in the semi-final, but you don't step on the court with the intention to lose, so I had to play well to get him to that point where he went into a bit of exhibition style at the end. But as I said, that was for my pride tonight. But I do feel like asking myself the question why I didn't play with that commitment last night, because it was a bit of a flatter performance, shall we say, last night, taking nothing away from Mathieu, who recovered well from his own injury. So a bit of a double-edged mentality I've got at the moment.
Well, Jahangir's here, Joey Barrington in the TV. The great Jonah Barrington always said that the professional squash player matures like the marathon runner at 36 years of age. So that means you've got the best yet to come. 3 world champions. You certainly feel you've got some more time in the sport, a few more years?
Yeah, the goal coming into this week was just to be here. I'm not someone who's enjoyed making up the numbers throughout my career. I want to be competitive at the business end of the tournaments, but for me it was just about being here. This motivation, this tournament that Ziad's put on for us, and the people of Dubai and everyone welcoming here, that was what motivated me on a day-to-day basis to get fit, to do all the work to get here. Moving forward, my goal was to have a good summer's training, which I've not had for a couple of years, get that bit of background work behind me, and then see where I am come September, and hopefully at 36 then I'll have another good season at least in me.
Now on a personal note, ladies and gentlemen, for any of you out there who follow British football, on Saturday is the biggest game in world football. It's the Championship deciding playoff at Wembley, and the winning team go to the Premiership, which is worth about £190 million. And Sheffield Wednesday, which is a team that none of you ever heard of, is Nick's hometown, and he's a massive supporter. So Nick, you've got to be watching that. Will you be back for it?
No, I mean, it's at the same time as the final, so I looked at the schedule and I decided I'd rather watch the football than be in the final here, so I tactically planned my schedule around that.
There you go. If you believe that, you will believe anything, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 times world champion. The way this guy conducts himself on and off the court is a fantastic credit to squash, and I really think, and I know we'll see him back here in Dubai next year. Nick Matthew, the best of luck in Oxford.
Well, that was nice to hear. Some good words there from Nick Matthew.
Please stay in your seats.
And the autographs will be signed, sorry. Slightly frustrating though for him, like you said, PJ, a bit of a double-edged number, because if he had that intensity, he probably would have dispatched both his opponents. That wasn't to be. Well, we did see some terrific squash though, didn't we? I mean, at times exhibition mode, but some of the finishing. I mean, this is what can happen though when you relax yourself in that mode. I mean,
absolutely.
You go for it and it comes off and it looks outrageous, but these guys were lethal with the one-off executions of winners. But that's encouraging for Matthew. Just talking about it, Mohamed El Shorbagy dominating away. He's through. But for Matthew to give him that extra bit of confidence in himself to then have a summer break of training to get himself ready for a very, very intense beginning of the season at the end of the summer in 2016. So in 25 minutes time, Nicole David, the number 3 seed, takes on the young Egyptian 18-year-old Nouran Gohar, the number 5 seed. That will be in 25 minutes time. Don't forget our last men's match tonight as well. We'll be back shortly.
The heartbeat in a place I knew I belonged. Where history is lived as much as it's made. And forward is the only way the wind blows. A place where the mind awakens as the body unwinds. Where all mankind can not only live, but thrive. A flutter in your chest, a chill down the spine, the voice in your head until you realize the water. With a roar, why not? I am the spirit of Oslo, the spirit of Dubai.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on to court the Euroboys All-Stars.
Like